Hi everyone, in this tutorial I will be showing you how to create a contact list project. So at the bottom of this video you'll see a link and you can download the zip folder and place it in your HCDocs. So let's go ahead and start. So go inside your HCDocs and download the zip folder into here so that we can go ahead and unzip it. So once you got that going, let's unzip this folder. And we should have this folder up and running. So first things first, let's go ahead and open up our XAMPP and make sure Apache and MySQL is running. So it's green and it's good to go and we can start. Now what we want to do is we want to open up our NetBeans. And we're going to navigate to that folder and we're going to open up a NetBeans. So navigate to your HCDocs and go ahead and click on Contacts List 101. Now you should see the PHP icon here at the left, and if you don't, then something probably went wrong, but seeing this icon knows that you're about to open up a NetBeans project. It has like all our NetBeans settings and everything. So we're good to go and we're going to open up the project. Now if you expand the source files folder, you will see, let's move this over here, you'll see this SQL to create contacts database.sql file. Let's go ahead and open it up. And basically I had my contacts list database and I exported it into a create database with all those good SQL queries. So let's go ahead and copy and paste. And let's go to phpMyAdmin. Let's click on Home. Notice I already have a contacts database, but what this SQL query is going to do, it's going to like drop all the tables if there's a database already called contacts. So go to Home and then we'll go to SQL and let's go ahead and paste that SQL statement in here. And let's go ahead and hit go. And it should have been good to go and created a contacts database for you. I just had one table and all my database. So now I got that running. Now I can go to some of the different pages. So here's the first page. And if I wanted to run the page, run file, and voila, I have my contacts list up and running with no data, because if you look inside the SQL statement, it clears everything. It was just basically the data structure. I'm going to go ahead and add a contact and type myself. Add contact. New contact added successfully. And I'm going to go back to the contact list. And there it is. I'm going to view it. Can view all the information. I can edit. Save contact. Contact saved successfully. I can go back to the contact list or view it again. And now what we want to do, we want to check out the database to see if the data is in there. So let's go to our contacts database. Let's go to our list table. Just got one table in here. Browse. And there you go. So when you're looking through the files and you're going through and you're analyzing the code, some key things that I want you to know. Here, you will see how I'm connecting to the database, the SQL queries that I'm using. I'm using PDO to do basically all my CRUDs. So you'll see the PDO layout, the colon. how I'm binding the parameters into the actual value that I want. This is the parameter that's inside here, first name with the colon, and what I want, instead of the colon first name, basically want whatever was posted to this web page to be inside it, inserted inside here. And this statement is going to execute this query right here, which was binded to the actual data. So it's going to execute. And if it's successful, it's going to echo good that it was successful. And then if it catches anything wrong, which could be SQL syntax errors, or your SQL statements were wrong, then it should show here. Now the messages may not exactly tell you what's wrong. That's up to you for you to research and find out. Usually it's a syntax error, but yeah. And then below my PHP is my HTML, and you'll notice that this form is basically sending it back to itself. Now here in the edit, no, let's not go to the edit, let's go to list or save. Okay, here in the save, you'll see inside my prepare statement, don't forget that the dot in PHP, it means concatenate, right? Like if I go back to add, here in edit, like inside my save, the reason why it's formatted this way is because I needed a more appealing way to look at this update statement. I can read it better versus it being really, really long. So that's why I broke it up so that I could read it a lot more better. But in here, inside my edit, notice how long this statement is. You know, I can't read it. So what I like to do when I clean up my code, I just close the statement, add the concatenation, and then do the plus. So that way it's easier to read. So if you see that, don't forget, it's just concatenating right here. Yeah. Alright, so please take a look at the code and try to get a feel for how CRUD should work using phpMyAdmin, MySQL, PHP, HTML. And another thing to mention before I forget, so for my select statements, what I'm doing to retrieve all the information, I'm using a fetch all. And what the fetch all function is going to do, it's going to bring back basically all my data into an associative array. I like using associative arrays because, for instance, when I'm trying to retrieve my data here, result as value, remember result value, so basically the value, and then here to get the index, I basically say the column name ID, the column name first name, the column name last name. So using the fetch all returns you an associative array, which I like. You could do it a different way, but this is how I'm doing it. There's many ways to do it. So I hope you guys are good to go. You guys got it up and running, and go ahead and play with this code and learn from it so you can make other projects with it. All right, thank you.